It's nearly midnight in Castle Castle, which we've learned English heritage are soon to close. Mariana has many boxes of letters from a man who's supposed to be dead, and Ophelia has a man in the basement who's still very much alive.
It'll be all right, Liz. Remember how upset you were when we heard that the castle was going to open to the public?
Yes, and now it seems you don't want it to close.
Of course I don't want it to close.
I don't see how it will make that much difference to you, Liz.
No, it's not as if you allow yourself to feed, which I keep telling you isn't doing you any good, but you won't listen.
That doesn't mean I can't be concerned about your appetites. That's it. I'm upset because I'm worried about you and Ophelia. Where is Ophelia?
I think she's...
Yes, I heard. Ophelia!
Sure you don't want any ketchup, Mars?
Think I'll stick to whiskey.
We have a serious problem.
What's that then?
They're shutting down the castle. No more lights. No more nice men falling into your little traps.
I was looking forward to tourist season.
You want me to find you both some nice men in town?
It's okay, I'll go find some myself.
Go find some yourself? What about the curse?
Oh, I'd forgotten about the curse.
How could you forget about the curse?
None of us would be sitting here if we weren't trapped by it.
I certainly wouldn't be. The only reason Liz turned me was so you'd have someone to run errands.
Bloody curse. And that bloody white witch who cast it.
You know, I never did understand exactly what she had against us.
Well, we were terrorising the village a bit.
Yes, but we've been doing that for a couple of centuries and nobody'd minded much before. What was that look?
Nothing.
Shall we look at these letters then?
Do you two know something?
I don't know anything, Liz.
Good point. Mariana?
Seeing as we dragged the boxes all the way up here.
Do you know about this, Jean? Jean!
Oh, me? No.
Oh my God, there's something about that white witch you've never told me, but you've told Jean.
I think you'll find some of what Antonio's written very...
Tell me right now this instant.
I mean, this one's fascinating.
Mariana!
Fine. I suppose it's about time you knew.
Knew what?
There may have been a more personal reason why that white witch had it in for us.
Oh, you didn't.
Yep.
Who?
Her fiancé.
And her brother.
And her other brother.
And her sister.
And her father.
And her lover.
And her granddad.
Her granddad.
He was feeling left out.
Oh, bless him.
600 years ago that curse was cast. 600 years.
Now Griselda.
I cannot believe it's taken you 600 years to tell me.
We were waiting for the right moment.
600 years? How many moments do you need? I can't pretend I'm surprised, though. This is just so typical, especially of you, Mariana.
Me?
You never could control yourself, even though you've brains enough to know better.
Well, if you hadn't turned me...
Oh, not this again. I was young, and it was an accident. I don't go around turning people on purpose.
You turned me on purpose.
That was different. You had plague, and I was getting fed up of your whining.
Yes, Ophelia, you practically begged. I didn't know what was happening until it was all too late.
Mariana, I know you didn't ask to be turned.
I didn't ask to be turned either.
There I was, innocently going about my business.
Innocently going about your business? You were in bed with the love of my life.
No. Love of your life.
He was.
I hope for your sake you've had better lovers than him.
He was perfectly adequate.
Adequate? Oh, be still my beating heart.
All right, he was a stallion.
He could barely keep it up.
That is disappointing in a gentleman of the night.
Gentleman of the night. Oh, was this the guy who turned you, Liz?
Yes, and he was very special to me.
You and half the county. You'd have thought with the amount of practice he'd got, he'd have been a bit better at it.
You didn't seem to be complaining when I caught the two of you together doing, I'm still not exactly sure what you would call that position.
I always forget. What were you doing?
He
Ophelia?
had to get a bit creative because of his problem.
He didn't have a problem.
So I put mine.
I don't need reminding. My point is, we both did wrong and it was a long time ago.
And my point is that you only have yourself to blame for my presence, and ergo, the curse.
That curse was no fault of mine.
Why don't we all calm down? Here, Liz, have some ketchup.
Jean, for the love of Satan, what is with the ketchup?
I heard it's what they use in Hollywood.
What?
For blood, they use ketchup. Shall we look at these letters?
Good idea.
I'll open some boxes.
Will they finally get around to reading the letters? Will Griselda forgive her sisters for the curse? And will my faulty toaster burn down my house? Perhaps we will learn next time.